Good morning, all. Welcome to Power Session number 3, Managing Your Customer Payments. My name is Dale, and I help take care of post-sale support and new customer training here in Storman, and I'll be conducting your Power Session today. I see quite a few familiar names here and also a few new ones, so a very warm welcome to you all. In today's Power Session, we'll be covering adding payments, reversing payments, and processing refunds for your customers' accounts with a bonus topic of using the unallocated payment or mystery deposit feature within Storman. So in here, you can see that we already have a Storman customer account open with a balance outstanding for their rental fees. Adding a payment is very easy. We initiate the process by clicking on the Add Receipt button here to open up the payment window. You'll notice a few elements on the Add Receipt window. Some of those ones include the payment analysis code here, the descriptions with the description for the payment itself, drawer and bank branch number for check payments, date of transaction field that you can change to alter the date the transaction was processed on, and also an associated date banked um, function here that is used for payment reconciliations within Storman. Just above this section here is credit card authorization information for an integrated merchant provider credit card payment. Below all of these elements here, you can see we have credit card information buttons here used to process a payment on a credit card for an integrated merchant provider that you may have integrated into Storman, for example, EasyDebit, Advam, or BPoint. Up the top here, you can see we have some customer information which can help you identify which customer you are adding the payment for and also the outstanding balance of the payment itself. And last but not least, you can see down here is the field used for adding the amount that you wish to create a payment for. You can see while the analysis code cash is selected, there is also an amount tendered field down here that you can use to enter in the amount that the customer is paying you by cash, and Storman will automatically work out the change provided for your customer. That field will disappear if you select another analysis code that doesn't require a cash payment. We can add a payment into your customer's account by adding a full receipt amount and clicking the OK button down here. And that is how we add a payment into a Storman customer's account. Next up, we will be looking at adding a payment reversal into a customer's account within Storman itself. There are certain situations in Storman where you may need to remove the value of a payment that's been made to a customer's account. Some of those situations can include a bounced check, a direct debit fail, or an FPOS or bank transfer settlement issue. We can initiate a payment reversal on a customer's account by highlighting the original payment that you need to reverse off and selecting the button down here that says reverse payment. Storman will prompt you to ask for a date that you want to add the payment reversal for. You are able to select the date that you need to add the payment reversal for. Normally, Storman will default to the current date, and we institute the payment reversal by clicking the OK button here. You can see the payment reversal has taken place, and Storman is showing that on the customer's account as a negative payment and has brought the customer's account back into a balance owing. You will need to address a payment for this account, for this amount owing with your customer at this point. Next up, we'll be showing you how to process a refund on your customer's account. In situations, you'll need to return a value of a payment onto a customer account that is owing to them. You can see here that this account has had a credit applied to it for one reason or the other, and the customer has asked for a refund of this amount. We can initiate a refund on the account by selecting the Add Refund button down here. Storman will automatically populate the refund amount if there is a credit owing to the customer for the full value of the credit itself. To add a refund, you need to select the method you are going to be paying the refund back to your customer, whether that be through cash, FPOS, a direct bank deposit, or check, or another method. If you have an integrated merchant credit card merchant provider, Storman is also able to initiate a refund directly onto their preferred payment method by using a button down here that says Processed Refund. Today, we'll just be supplying the customer a cash refund. It might be prudent to put in to add in the description of your refund why you're giving the refund. However, that will depend on your business practices. We'll add the refund by clicking the OK button down here. You can see here that Storman has added the transaction for the cash refund again as a negative payment, but has altered the account balance down to 0. Next up, we have a bonus topic, which is how to use the unallocated or mystery deposits function within Storman. And to conduct this bonus topic, we have my colleague Cameron to show you through it.
Perfect. Thank you, Dale. So unallocated payments. So unallocated payments are also known as mystery deposits. So generally these actually come in via a direct deposit, via your bank details that sometimes you actually put onto your invoices. And they just have like a generic description. So there's nothing actually identifying it to who that payment is for. So what we've actually got within Storman is an unallocated function. So just be wary, this does need to be set up. Most new sites that have actually been built in the last 6 months will have this set up by default. So if your site doesn't have it, just get in contact with a support team and they can actually help you set this up. So to find out unallocated payments, if we actually just go to our dashboard, we can actually just type in unallocated and you'll actually pop it. It doesn't seem to be popping up for me. Okay, so we'll just go through our credit sales. So unallocated payments are actually through a credit sale within Storman. So if we just go through our customer menu, credit sales, go ad hoc credit sales, you can actually see here unallocated payments. So opening this one up, you'll notice that a lot of the details have actually been cut out. So you no longer have things like your customer info or a credit sale tab, and you just have a transactions. And we can see just there, we've got a direct bank deposit that's actually been done for us. So to move this onto someone, so just say if a customer did come in and say, okay, I made a payment 3 days ago or 14 days ago, which is usually when people warn you of payments have already been made, you simply need to open up, come to here and go modify receipt. So this will look exactly the same as what Dale has actually shown you before, but now you actually have a move receipt button just down the bottom here. So once you actually click on move receipt, you'll then be given a field where you can actually type in the actual agreement number that this is actually meant to be assigned to. So generally you get the agreement number just from your dashboard on here, or you can actually get it from the agreement info tab of any agreement. So I'll be moving this on to agreement 21. Just be mindful, you do actually need to add in your leading zeros. So generally within Storman, every agreement number is 9 characters long. So you can just type in the 2 digits and then you just type in 7 zeros after that. So I'm typing 9, 5, 6, 7, 21, and hit OK. So Storm will actually approve, or it will check which of who this is for. As you can see there, Dale's he's been gracious enough to actually name it as unallocated payments. So we'll simply just highlight this and go select highlighted customer. You'll then actually be given a confirm that you actually want to move this transaction from your unallocated payments onto the agreements. So just hit yes. And then once again, you'll just be getting an alert just to confirm. So under your unallocated payments, you'll see that the Storman's actually automatically added a reversal, which Dale has already shown you, for the amount. And you'll actually notice it's on the same day that the original bank deposit came in. This is for your reporting. So just be mindful of that. So once we actually hit OK, and I'm just going to check my unallocated payments account, which is this one just here, and go to transactions, and you'll see there that once again, it's assigned it back to the same day that the person has actually made this payment, just to actually keep your reports back into line. If you have, once again, if you have any questions about any of the topics, feel free just to type them in. I'll be now actually passing you back to Dale just for overall questions that you may have. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Cameron. Okay, everyone, the floor is now open for questions if you have it. So please feel free to type in any questions into the chat panel on the right-hand side of your Google Meet screen, or if you have a microphone, please feel free to voice your question. Okay. It looks like we don't have any questions for the moment. So thank you very much for coming into our power session today. The next power session we have, oh, hold on. Apologies, we do have a question now. My storage is asking the unallocated payments procedure went a little too fast. What tab did we have to go into first? Okay, so I'll take you quickly back to our Storman program here. So the unallocated payments themselves will show up if they have been set up by our Storman support team. Open up your customers menu, and we do have a special option here that says find unallocated payments. You are also able to find the unallocated payment account itself by going into your other credit sales function within Storman here. So clicking on one of these will open up your credit sales. Because of the setup of the unallocated payments, it will be classed as an ad hoc credit sale. So you'll need to change the credit sale filter information either to all credit sales or ad hoc. Once I change it, you can see that the unallocated payments account is there, and you can double click on the unallocated payments account to open it up and administer that as you see fit. I hope that answers your question. Is there any others? Okay, thank you so much, very all, for coming in. Our next power session will be on the 4th of April, and it will be showing you how to deal with billing plans and rental sales promotions within Stormans with those following topics. The conductor is yet to be advised, but they will be welcoming you into the power session. Oh, we actually do have another question, sorry. So the question was, if we want to delete a payment, is that possible? We in Storman, our Storman staff will not be deleting any transactional data because that would affect your ongoing reporting of your financials. It also puts you and Storman as a business in legal risk as well. If you need to remove the value of a payment that has been made or a mistake that's been made to a customer's account, we would use the payment reversal function that I have just shown you in this power session today. So if you do make a mistake on a customer's account, you are able to reverse that entire payment and then fix up the account that way. We don't recommend altering or deleting a payment itself, just to maintain a transaction transparency with your customers. In case an inquiry has ever been made or will be made onto that account, you need to make sure that all of your transactions have got an appropriate situation, and the reasoning behind that is fully accountable. There has been another question asking, is the unallocated payments for direct debits and web payments correct. The unallocated payments are used in a situation where a customer may have been making a deposit and you aren't able to identify who that deposit is to be allocated to. So most of the time, the unallocated payments will be associated with a direct bank deposit that a customer makes into your account. And if they've forgotten to put in any identification, for example, their agreement number or their unit number, if you are in Australia, an unallocated payment may also be generated if a BPay payment has been made and hasn't been able to be identified against a customer's account.
Can you explain modifying a payment? Because we had an issue modifying a payment the other day.
There are situations where you will be able to modify a payment by highlighting the payment itself and clicking modify. You might find a lot of the times that under a normal user login, you may not be able to delete or make too many modifications to a payment. If you do have the ability, the OK button will show here. You do have a couple of ways you can modify a payment. So you can change the payment analysis code up here. You could also change the payment amount, the receipt amount itself. However, in most situations, to maintain a transaction transparency, we don't recommend modifying these payments. We recommend using the payment reversal button and then reallocating another payment to fix up any mistakes or a credit in that kind of situation.
Yeah, because we used a girl, she was processing a direct deposit, put in credit card by mistake, and then immediately changed it back to direct deposit, but it threw the banking out. So in that situation, you would do a reversal and then redo the payment. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, that would be the best outcome for that situation. And it's mainly to show that, okay, you as a business, there may have been a mistake made, but you have also taken lengths to correct that. And that will not affect the reporting the way you just described.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there any other questions for this Power Session presentation topic at all? Otherwise, we'll be closing in the next minute or two. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. We don't have any new questions coming in, but we'll be closing the Power Session. So thank you very much for your time again today.
Thanks, that was great.
Thank you.